Hi there. This is the concluding story of Saraswati and the Leelas. We last left them. Saraswati and Lila had watched King Viduratha go off to fight a battle where he was sure to die. We know this for certain because Saraswati had told us that the king of Sindhu had prayed to her, Saraswati, to be victorious over Viduratha. So all the boons that Saraswati grants come true. And we saw also that Saraswati had granted a boon for Lila II to travel wherever her husband traveled to. So now we take up the story is that Viduratha's body is carried back into the palace. And Saraswati and Lila go over there. And there, Lila II is busy fanning the body of Viduratha, thinking it's still alive. And she gets interrupted by Saraswati and Lila coming in. As they were traveling to the place where Lila and Viduratha were, Lila II and Viduratha, Saraswati and Lila were talking about how everything is imaginary, is all consciousness. None of it's real except the presence of God. So Lila wanted to know how people come to seem to be alive. And Saraswati talks about the air, the people being in the air. When they die, immediately after they come out of the period of unconsciousness, they believe they're in another world. It's like they woke up from a dream and were carrying on the world, and the world they were in was a dream. And that's actually what happens. We are all dreaming. We dream, we talk, we dream we have bodies. When we go to sleep at night, we dream we have another body. And that body disappears when we wake up because it wasn't real. And we talked about the time. So anyway, Saraswati gets asked by the Lila II for another boon that she travels. Again, so this is a repetition. And you see this in the story very often, that things get repeated, but differently. And this time, Saraswati is asked by Lila, the first Lila, what happened to her body. She says, well, it's been 30 days. And again, this is odd because this means that the 30 days was for Viduratha, not with Lila. But here she says, Saraswati, 30 days. And so her pranayama practice she did to get into her ethereal form made her body become cold and withered, and people thought that she had died and cremated the body. Just then, Viduratha came in his ethereal form, and Saraswati says, let's go get Viduratha because he's trying to enter Padma's heart. That's where universe that he was in. But he had to leave this universe, go to Padma's body, and go in there to come back. Again, another odd thing. Anyway, they stop Viduratha, and they make the jiva go into the dead body, which Saraswati brings to life. Then everybody becomes astounded, and they thank Saraswati, and Saraswati goes on. And so the king now asks Lila, the first Lila, who she was. She says, I was your consort in a previous life, and I have manifested. This is what she says. A duplicate for you to have for your pleasure. And then Lila goes off, leaving the clone and Viduratha to live happily ever after. So now all of a sudden things have changed again. Lila did this, not Saraswati. But Saraswati also was a manifestation of the infinite consciousness, and she continues to repeat this over and over again to the players. That none of this is real, only the presence of God is real. Thank you for listening to the story. There are many other things that are hidden in this story that I have not talked about. When I get the appropriate question, it'll come out there, and it will be amazing to you and to me as well. Thank you again.